Now let's put your foot up
I
on the
need a case.
Use your eyeglass case.
This case, you fucking moron!
Then go get a case.
I don't know where one is for this shit! Find one now.
Can you put your foot up on your plate, please?
Find one now.
Put your foot up.
Kick your ass. You have 10 minutes to find one. I'll fucking kick your ass.
We're facing an epidemic in this country where 1 in 5 children have some form of developmental or parenting issue. I'm the co-founder of Brain Balance Achievement Centers, which are specialized learning centers where we help construct a comprehensive personal plan to address a child's challenges related to academic, behavioral, and social issues. Brain Balance will help the child's brain, but some families need more.
80 to 90% of families with children with special needs end up in divorce. Staying home to raise 3 children with similar issues, I understand how difficult it can be and what a toll it takes on the family, especially the relationship between the parents.
In each center, there are families that are great candidates and are desperate for help, but just simply can't afford it. We wanted to reach out to those families and give their child a scholarship to one of our local Brain Balance centers.
To ensure their complete success, Rob and I will be working with them in their home as well.
We started with 7 families. We picked one that we felt was in most immediate need. This is their story.
My neighbor upstairs used to say that Aramis was going to grow up and murder us. Honestly. That's what my neighbor says. He's going to grow up and he's going to, like, kill you.
Aramis, stop hitting. You're hurting me.
My name is Tara and I work with kids with special needs, mainly autism. I love children. They're my life. And so is my son. He's the main thing in my life.
I'm Thomas Posey. I'm a personal trainer and martial arts instructor. I introduced Aramis to video games. It was a way for us to interact and have fun and play together. I mean, like, I like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. I felt like, well, if I'm interacting with it, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
I guess I'm a helicopter mom too, because I never really let Aramis like out of my sight. You know, I was always like on top of him, but not on top of him. I don't know. It's like hard to explain. Aramis, pick yourself up, right?
She's a no hitting, no spanking, no any discipline in that way, and I didn't grow up that way. I grew up, if you were out of line, you got a whooping and you went to your room.
Hand me the headphones and go to bed. Hand me the headphones or you go to bed.
Aramis is acting up and it's because he's my kid. That's kind of comments that Thomas would say to me. How could any time the kid acts up always has to be because of me or my fault?
That interpersonal communication and I guess what's the word? Intimacy is not there. If you don't have that, how can you continue to grow and build on a relationship?
We didn't have like a bed in our room for some time, and so his father would sleep out here and I'd sleep in the room and sleep next to my son.
I'd be out here watching TV or just sitting here and I'd go to sleep on the couch. You know, just the way it was.
Hand me the headphones or you go to bed. Hand me the headphones or you go to bed.
I felt like I was gonna have to call the cops on him and have them start coming to my house, and I don't want to do that, so I needed to get him help.
Help him to break out of the negative behavior that he's exhibiting.
There are so many families out there with different issues that are struggling, and many people, you know, I hear from them all the time that they feel like they're alone, they feel like they're on an island, they feel like nobody cares. The world doesn't know what our families go through.
Can you please find me underwear?
Go in your top drawer.
Just find me underwear!
Go in your
Find me underwear!
Go in your top drawer.
Been wanting to get help for Aramis for a long time and always had different therapists, different procedure, different behavior therapists, speech therapists, this therapist, that therapist come into the house, and like none of it ever panned out, none of it ever worked.
Right. There's clear neurological issues. And by neurological, don't mean brain damage or anything like that. Talking about that there are functional, what we call developmental imbalances between networks in his brain and between the two sides of the brain, and that is the root of everything for the most part.
He doesn't have the tools to
No, he doesn't.
calm himself
And you
down.
can actually see when he disappears, like you can see almost like that spark in his eye go, and you can't get him back. Like he has to go into that full out tantrum mode before he can even calm down and come back to reality.
You'll see that as when he meets new people.
Okay, well,
He does that a lot.
why don't we bring her in? Hey, Aramis.
Aramis.
Hey, Aramis.
How you doing, buddy? How are you feeling right now? Are you mad? Do you like school, Aramis? What grade are you in?
I'm going to 6th grade.
You're going to 6th grade. Wow. You have a girlfriend in class, or?
Oh, my
Uh-oh. Made him laugh. Aramis, let me ask you something. Do you get mad at your mom? Do you ever hit your mom when you're mad?
Mom, I just fucking washed my hands.
Aramis, stop hitting. You're hurting me.
Do you feel bad when you do that, buddy?
It's okay. You're
I
not
think
in
you
trouble.
do. No, you're not in trouble, buddy. You're not in trouble at all.
No, not in trouble
Aramis,
at
you're not in
all.
trouble.
We
Nobody's mad at you.
Remember I told you that, it's brain
Aramis.
balance, sweetheart, and remember a year ago you wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, no,
so
it's
they
all
can
fun.
help you. And
It's
this
all
is
good,
the doctor
buddy.
that put the program together. This is the one that made the program happen for all the kids. So we're just here talking to them so they could see if they could help us.
Yeah, all I want to know is there anything that you want to do better? Is there anything that you would like to be better at?
Well, I could tell you he's one heck of an artist.
Really?
He goes to 3 different art schools.
Wait,
Wow.
that's amazing.
What we see with these kids is that they have these incredible skills that are representative of one side of the brain. In Aramis's case, it's his right side of his brain, the artistic, creative side, is really off the chart. And then on the other side of the brain, we see that he's struggling with left brain skills. He's dyslexic, he can't read, he has poor memory. And that imbalance is almost certainly an indication that his primary problem is an imbalance in the brain. He's on 2 meds, right?
No, he's not on any. I want to try to teach him how to be in his own skin.
Right.
Because sometimes he says to me god-awful things about what he feels about himself. Like sometimes I hate to say it, sometimes he's mentioned like he wants to die. Or sometimes he's mentioned that he'll run away. So it would never please me enough if my son could just like one day be like, okay, like feel good
Right.
being Aramis.
We're going to not only work with the Brain Balance Center that your child would be in, but we would also then be coming to your home. We want to see the home environment. We want to see, interaction with anybody